Hey there! Welcome back to the Mothcast, a podcast about video games and how a couple of moths feel about them. The game for episode 42 is called Jitsu Squad, a side-scrolling dimensional beat-em-up in the realm of Streets of Rage. Sit down with your own Jitsu Squad and let's get into the podcast. All right. The game this week is called Jitsu Squad.
Yeah.
And what a game it is.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. As you can tell, just off the bat, we're very enthused.
Yeah, this game is the best game I've ever played.
Wow, man. I guess we'll just get right into it. Jitsu Squad is a sort of beat 'em up.
Yeah, it's like a side-scrolling beat 'em up.
It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up in the same vein as like Double Dragons or Battletoads.
Yeah, or like Streets of Rage.
Streets of Rage, yeah. That's the one I was looking for.
Streets of Rage.
Yeah, no, that's correct.
Yeah. Like that, yeah.
Except it's, you know, the main characters are like animal people, anthropomorphic animals, and the enemies tend to be also anthropomorphic animals.
Oh, they're like demon things, and then yeah.
Yeah, so let's just get right into it. Let's start with the music. I think the music might be the only redeeming factor in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well,
and by redeeming I mean like the only decent thing in this game.
Yeah, I mean technically the visuals weren't that bad.
But yeah, but I have some problems with it.
Yeah.
So this score or this soundtrack is all like custom for this game. You can tell.
Yeah,
because
obviously, you listen to the surfing on the lava.
Yeah, it's literally like talking
We're
about
surfing on the lava.
Yeah,
pretty much. Like singing that basically as a rock song.
It's
honestly, I enjoyed that song.
Yeah, I mean, like for the most part, the music was pretty hype. You can listen to it, and it's like, yeah, you know, this is pretty hype.
Good, yes.
It's not bad.
It's what we're doing.
You know, because this is supposed to be a beat 'em up, so you know, it's like metal and hard rock and stuff like that. And, I was kind of at times wishing that they had just stuck to the no lyrics thing and just like shredded guitars and whatnot, but they didn't.
Yeah, oh well.
They definitely like input as much cringe into the music as they really could. But that's okay. You know, whatever. I guess sort of, you know, it's not the worst possible situation. Yeah. So I would say that out of everything that has occurred in this game, the music is the least worst. Would you agree with me?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man. Okay. Moving right along. The graphics in this game, like, I want to like them. You know, I really want to like them. But the problem is that like, oh my God, like, it's not clear as to what's going on half the time on the screen. You don't really have a clear idea on where you're attacking because of like, you know, it's got that sort of directionality.
Yeah.
And like you can move up and down in the street, and it's got that like slightly isometric view above.
Yeah, as side scroller beat 'em ups do.
Yeah, as side scroller beat 'em ups do. But the thing is other games like I keep going back to like Battletoads because that's the one that I played the most when I was a kid.
I think that's pretty accurate.
There were ways that you could show where you are in the area. Whereas in this game, like the shadows are so underrepresented. There's not really a clear idea on where you're waving your sword around.
Mhm.
And like because the computers are computers, they can just home in on where your location is and you just take hits.
Yeah, that and also, like, they just walk around randomly.
Yeah, they do
And,
walk
like,
around randomly.
because it's already, like, as you said, difficult to, like, know where, like, what plane you're on.
Yeah.
You gotta, like, chase them down, and it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I had to do that a few times where it's like, "Just get over here, stop moving,
Well,
we're gonna
and
hit you."
the other thing is that a lot of attacks were pretty directional. I don't know if
Yeah.
you can. I don't know if it comes through on the microphone, but there's a bird right outside my window, so I apologize for that. Um, yeah. So like whenever you attack, there's not really a whole lot of like AOE. It's like AOE on a two-dimensional plane,
Yeah.
which is really really stupid. But we can get into that in the gameplay section. Let's talk about like the sprites of the characters. Um, why why did they like find it in their hearts to make the main characters like racist caricatures of like various groups,
Yeah, I don't know.
and then like further do this by like like I don't know, the voice acting kind of like supports this because they
Yeah,
make
I
the like the like offensive Asian caricature girl like really ridiculously racist Asian
yeah,
accent. Like
I
I'm
noticed
not
that too,
even
I'm like, "Why do
super
you sound like that?"
yeah, like I'm not even super sensitive about this stuff, but this was really blatant. Uh and then like the frog has a fro and he makes like all these weird jokes and it's like what are we doing here?
Yeah,
I guess the big bull guy is supposed to be
like a
like
Viking of some
yeah, like a
sort.
Viking and he keeps making like weird Viking jokes and it's like why I guess technically the least offensive of them is the like quote unquote hero, the like raccoon character.
His name is literally
Yeah,
Hero.
literally hero. Um yeah, like I don't know if they thought they were being cute by doing this or maybe that this is like a maybe this was a an Asian
I don't
made
know,
game and
developer
like
says the developer is Tanuki Creative Studio, so
yeah, I mean like I can look that up. Tanuki Creative Studio. I We're an indie game studio who created Jitsu Squad. I mean, you're not wrong, but
great,
like,
fantastic, amazing.
bro, their website doesn't even exist anymore. Wow. Okay. Maybe their studio went up in flames after this game. Maybe that's a good thing, honestly.
Maybe that is a good thing, honestly, which, I mean, for
Like
those who enjoyed this, I suppose, kinda sucks because then there won't be a second one, but
ooh, I can't really find. Maybe this is right. Oh no, this is just a directory. So I guess it's a Dutch game. Like what is it called? Studio. Yeah,
alright.
dude. All the websites don't exist anymore. That is so wild. Wow. Their YouTube video or their YouTube channel is gone. Wow, dude, this is wild. I didn't expect this.
No, I didn't either.
Their like presence has been scrubbed. Um
I mean,
we got this game
the
from
game's bad, but I didn't know it was that
yeah, I didn't
bad.
think it was that bad. Wow, okay, so it's got an 85% positive review on Steam somehow. Um yeah, no. Like this
I
game
wondered
isn't
why
it. Anyway, so the character models they're all like weird. Did you play as the hero?
I played as Hero, yeah.
Yeah, I did as well. I figured you probably would. I was going to choose another character, but then I was like, nah, Probably not.
No.
Yeah, I mean, like I've talked a lot on other podcasts about how like if a graphic is like really simple, but like I give it props for being like clear and concise, and you can tell what's going on with that model or that texture or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And like that is just not the case here at all. And like they really leaned hard into making things like look this specific particular aesthetic, which is the sort of like DBZ style, like everything
Yeah, like,
looks like
uh,
I don't even know, like the
yeah, I
ridiculous
can't
like
even, I
uh
don't I
like
don't know either.
oh we're doing some outworld like karate, other types of martial arts stuff, etc. It's like, okay, like I've seen this before, but like you don't add anything by making the characters animals. First of all,
Yeah.
you don't add anything new past making them animals. So like,
Well, it's
what are you
weird
doing
though,
here?
because when all the animals go into their, like, invincible form, they
Oh yeah, they
become
become
human,
human. Yeah, what the hell?
and it's like, what?
You know,
I
that's
mean,
a really good point.
maybe they just wanted to, like, flip it, you know?
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
like, all the anthropomorphic animals transform into humans instead of the other way
Yeah,
around.
you
I
know
don't know.
what? Actually, that's a really good point because I guess that's exactly what they were doing
They were
because
trying to be different, I guess.
well, I mean, it's exactly what you said. It's just flipping it on its head. Um, whereas not necessarily like a good decision, but it's an opposite decision from traditional
Yeah.
decisions. So yeah, uh, I don't know. Um,
Yeah, it was definitely one of the decisions made ever made.
one of the decisions of all time.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really I don't like the graphics. Like I was gonna say like, wow, you know, this is very Wonder Boy esque in that the graphics are good, but the gameplay sucks. But like, I don't even like the graphics in this game.
Yeah. I thought they were fine.
Like
I mean, while
serviceable at
fighting,
best.
it's a little hard to, see when you have your little, like, electricity around you, but by the time that happened, I just
Oh
timed it.
yeah, I
I just
didn't
learned how
even
to
think
time
about
it.
that. Holy crap. Okay, yeah. So like, this will tie into gameplay, um, for sure, which we'll talk about next. But like I forgot that the combo system in this game literally relies on pressing the same button but like at a different interval.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're
It's like,
supposed to
it's like a
know,
delay.
yeah, and you're supposed to know when this delay is like ready by like a little electricity bit around
Like
you.
aura that you
Yeah.
have.
And yeah, no, you like maybe in a perfect world, if it was a 1v1 game, you could see that. But there's like,
There's, like, a million enemies on the screen.
yeah, I was gonna say it's like I don't know, there's like a 1v12 at any normal good time. So
Yeah,
like,
I just learned to time it.
dude, I like by the end of the game, I wasn't even using combos. I was just doing like a single special move and then running away, and then a single special move and then running away. Like,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, no, hard no. Wow, okay, soft no on the graphics for this game for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's an
Bleh.
off for me. Um, on the gameplay, while we're there,
Yeah, yeah.
um, the sucks.
It sucks. Oh my god, it sucks so much.
It
Holy
like
shit, dude.
it like
Wow.
oh man, it's so bad because first off, I want to say the the bosses are practically like the most unfair you can ever get
Yeah. Just
because
like
they just have um like the more damage you take, the more like you get knocked around, right? And then you
yep.
can't jump out of that. So when you're like getting like mega comboed, you can't jump out of the combo and then you take like a whole like buttload of damage,
Mhm.
etc. And then for the bosses, they just they just infinite combo you.
Yep.
Like, they do their one combo, you take a lot of damage, and then if you're laying down, and then they like are standing over you, ready to do it again.
Yep.
And it's like, if you jump up, you have like a few seconds to like, press the counter button like 16 times in a row to even have a chance at attacking. Oh, but if you press it 17 times in a row, you're stuck in your 2-second long animation, and your opportunity for hitting them goes away.
Yep.
And then they just combo you again.
Yeah. I
It's a
found
real
the
good
counter.
game. I love it.
Yeah. Like, I found the counter to be wholly unwieldy.
Oh yeah, but also like,
but you have to
very
use
necessary.
it. Yeah, exactly. I got through the majority of the game without using it, but like the final level. What'd you say?
For the normal enemies, yeah, they're easy.
For the normal enemies, yeah. But like it was a detriment if you try to use it for the normal enemies, if I'm being honest. Like, because like they would run at you and like try and swing, and then you'd use the counter and they would like not quite make it to you, and then you'd be just standing there like a dumbass, like waiting to counter, and then they'd be like, I'm gonna hit you again, and then you get hit.
Yeah,
and it's like, fuck.
yeah, easy.
But against the bosses, they're everything is so telegraphed that like you basically have to stand there and wait for them to like do their little dash attack, and then you counter it, and then you just
even
keep doing
like,
that.
It doesn't even matter if it's telegraphed, because if you miss an input because you have to counter like 3 or 4 times in a row, you just get hit anyway.
Yeah. Well, I know what you're referring to. You're referring to like the Shade boss, which is like
I am referring to the Shade boss. I'm also referring to the Tiger boss, because his counter, like his attack is so bullshit, because when he like swings at you and then brings up the ice spikes.
Yeah.
You can counter
exactly who you're talking about.
But because you're still standing on top of the ice spikes, you get hit anyway.
Yep.
And it's like,
what am I supposed to do? It's worth mentioning, I think, that you did play this on easy.
I did play this on easy.
And I played it on medium, but it's also worth mentioning that game still fucking sucks no matter what difficulty you're on.
Yeah.
There's like very little healing items, which doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, because you just die and come back and fight everybody all over again. Who cares?
Yeah, you have like 1 life basically.
But like,
because I died like several times.
Dude, I died like dozens of fucking times. like who cares?
Got 1 life to come back and continue killing. And then after that, if you die again, you'd have to restart.
It was really like make it to the boss
properly like that. During bosses.
Yeah, I think it was it's like a make it to the boss, and then you can die as much as you want because you just respawn in the boss room, basically.
Yeah.
Which is fine, I guess. I mean, like, if you had to redo the whole level, I would have thrown the fucking game in the trash. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right? Yeah. Oh man. Oh, I can't even. Don't even make me think of that.
Yeah, no, I genuinely, like, I was thinking about this earlier, and I'm like, the one saving grace that this like piece of shit has is that you didn't have to redo the entire level leading up to the boss, a la fucking like Gods Will Fall. Holy fucking shit, dude. Oh my god, if it was like that, I would have destroyed my controller.
If I would have had to have done the whole level to fight Shade.
Yeah, oh god. Those levels were fucking not a joke either.
Well, it's the fact that you have to fight her 3 times.
Yeah.
And if you lose on the last one and have to redo the whole level.
Yeah.
Just like kill myself in real life. I mean,
no. Killing myself in Minecraft for sure.
In Minecraft for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah.
Throw the whole game in the trash.
The whole game in the trash. What else is there to say about this? So it's got a point mechanic that means nothing.
I mean, basically, it levels you up and you get like attacks.
No. I'm not talking about the scrolls.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about like when you pick up gold and money and shit.
Oh yeah, I was wondering what the gold and money was.
Anything.
It doesn't mean a darn thing.
Like, it's supposed to be this like, oh man, you remember when you were in the arcade and you played Streets of Rage and like
I mean, I would
you got a
assume
high score and stuff? It's like, oh man, wouldn't it be nice to have that back in modern games? It's like, no.
that like when you're playing with 4 people, like if you had more score than ever someone else, you get like a haha, I got more score than you on this level.
I'd be
Kind of
more
like
like I'd be more
kind of
like,
like
haha, we beat the level, high five. Like,
yeah.
like,
But like I'm
oh,
thinking more like in Super Mario 3D World. I don't know if you
vaguely.
played that. It's like when you finish a level, like your 4 characters get scores, and then like the highest score gets the crown,
Oh
and you get to
yeah,
wear that
okay.
crown. Person gets to wear the crown for the next level.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like the other players can like knock the crown off and steal the crown and etc. etc.
Yeah, I mean
Like I
it's a
mean that's
cute
cool,
little
but like if
like
you're playing it by yourself, it doesn't. It's no fucking means nothing.
well,
So
okay,
don't
so like
even.
the difference between that and like this type of game is that a Mario game is not a fighting game. Like
No, that's true.
obviously as you're progressing through the levels, there are ways that the level can kill you, but like it is not a I have to execute a quote unquote combo in order to beat this enemy or I will die and will have to restart sort of
Yeah.
game. You know what I mean? Whereas like the game becomes more about like the friendly competition in the Mario 3D world of
Yeah.
like I'm gonna be the one with the crown because I'm gonna be the one that gets there, and I'm not gonna pop your bubble because fuck you. Uh,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
opposed to this, where like if you don't cooperate, you die.
You lose.
Yeah.
You get thrown away. You get thrown away.
Not that I really know anything about that. I did not play this with anybody but myself.
I didn't either.
Unfortunately, because it would have been very embarrassing because I screamed a lot.
I also did, but I also tried not to scream too loud
Well, yeah,
because
because you live with people.
yeah.
I was home alone. Haha. Um, I guess let's just go through like sort of the bare mechanics of the game. We already talked about how like the counter is important, how like you press A and then you sort of wait to do the combo of the game, which is really stupid. But there are these like special moves that you can get when you quote unquote level up. Uh,
Yeah.
and the way you level up is by defeating the basic ninjas and they drop scrolls. Now, this is fucking dumb for multiple reasons, but like least of which that these abilities are so far and away better than like everything else you can do, and they
I
just
mean,
like lock playstyles behind these abilities.
behind like progressing the game. Yeah.
Yeah, which like okay, I understand you want to lock like abilities behind progressing in the game. But the thing
Yeah,
is I think it's like the second level where like the guy just has a fucking gun. And if you let him shoot at you, you just take
yeah.
damage.
Literally the Yakuza place.
Yeah. And okay, so like what do you
Or
need to
sorry,
do?
Yakuzo, I think they were called.
Yeah. But yeah, they're like gangsters with
Yeah.
their
They just shoot you.
sunglasses and guns. Well, and like the shot doesn't like knock you over. It just goes through you, you take damage. And like if you're not paying attention, you just like lose all of your health in no time flat. It's
Hmm.
insane. Um, yeah, I think that this is really dumb. Oh, and the thing that I was leading to is that you don't get like a long range attack or anything resembling a long
No,
range
not
attack
until like way later
until
level.
way later. Which is like, oh, okay, so like these you just have to like chase down these stupid ranged enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Same with the little like bomb throwers.
Oh yeah,
They
the
literally
most
throw
annoying
bombs
enemy.
and like run away from you, and it's just like, oh my god, this is infuriating.
Well, and like the bombs, not to mention, you can't counter them because if you counter one, the next one's just gonna hit you and you will get knocked down. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, somebody designed that and thought it was fun. That's, huh, okay, fuck
Yeah.
you,
Fuck you.
super fuck you. The thing that I wanted to harp on more. So you have health obviously. It's in the top left. But
Yeah.
like there's no iframes, there's no like indicator on your or around your character about how much damage you take or like you are receiving, right?
No,
So
no, no.
like
It just ticks down.
yeah, it just ticks down and then like you just die randomly out of the blue and you're like, What? My health was that low? When did I take damage?" Because like there's no indication on you that you are taking damage. There's no like splatter of blood. Sometimes you get knocked down and it's like, "Oh, I took a hit." But like
Yeah, like no sound when it's not knockdown damage. Is
yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. Um
Um, yeah, it's just like a little plink, and then you're like, okay, well,
but then the other thing that is very that definitely reminded me of fucking Wonder Boy and the Dragon's Trap is that there's no iframes in this fucking game.
yeah, no
Why
kidding.
are there not iframes in this
Except,
fucking game?
except for the enemies when they're knocked
Yeah, oh
down,
yeah, when they're knocked down
and
they
they're
have
like taking a
iframes.
million years to get up, and you're just standing there waiting for them to get up.
Or you could be wailing on their ghost while they're standing up and then they like, stand up and then they finally get hit and it's like, "Oh, but if they're a big enemy and they get up because it takes a while to knock big enemies down, they just punch you in the
They
face."
just hit you, yeah, because
It's like, "Oh man, if only."
yeah.
Uh
Let me just counter it. It's fine.
um what else? There are some like weapons that you can pick up that
Hmm.
were like all wholly useless. I found them except for like the fire sword, which has a better chance of like knocking people down, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a big club,
Yeah.
basically.
All of these items completely useless.
Oh,
Like,
actually, the like wind sword does, I think, like no damage, but knocks things, or it does knock things over. I'm pretty sure.
well, I mean, I guess that's kind of useful, but I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah, but
eh,
as we just said, when things are knocked down,
they
you
don't
can't
take
hit them.
damage.
They
Yeah,
don't take damage. You can't hit them.
yeah.
So
So
it's
who
like
cares?
it circles back to being wholly useless, as you said. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, great. I mean, I guess if you have too many things on you, then you can like use that, and they'll be knocked over
Give
as
yourself
you
a breath. Yeah.
do
Um.
fight whatever else you were fighting.
Yeah. I think that whoever strung this like series of decisions
Um,
to
there's a keep
go
going.
ahead.
Sorry.
No, no, go
No, no,
ahead.
you. I was gonna say there's a few other mechanics. There's one where it's like a like you press B and it summons like a big
Oh
attack,
yeah.
like a whole screen attack that does a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's like a
Um,
it's like a screen wipe basically.
there's like helpers that you can pick up when
Yeah.
you break certain things. That do a lot
Dude,
of damage to the whole
some
screen.
some of them some of them were like, "Oh man, I'm going to throw something on screen and it's going to bounce around, but if you get bad bounces, it sucks." It's like,
Yeah.
"Ah,
Um,
cool. Why
yeah.
can't
The
I
other
get
ones
the
are
guy
like,
that like shits himself and makes the entire screen die?" Like, come on.
yeah, yeah.
Not
And then
not a fake
then
thing by the
there's
way.
the no, that's a real thing. It happened. Then there's um the transform, which makes you invincible
Yeah.
for X amount of time, however long the bar lasts.
A pretty
And
fucking long time though.
high max level, you get I think 2
Yeah,
uses of
2.
that if it's full. Um, so yeah, there's that. I used that for the whole shade fight, the whole
Yeah,
last fight, because
basically.
I died 2 times because she was fucking
Absolute nonsense.
bullshittingly fast,
Well, okay, so like
and
this is a Dark Souls situation where like you guys, if you're listening, you have to understand like this boss was a situation where you're naked in Dark Souls playing against a boss that is like 30 times bigger than you, and if you don't dodge on the right frame because it's so pixel perfect and you don't dodge in the right frame 3 times in a row, you take 3/4 of your health and damage. Not even exaggerating. Like, oh,
it it's it's stupid.
yeah,
And
it's
you can't jump out of
nonsense.
the combo, and they'll infinite combo you.
Yeah. And then
Don't
as
do
soon
it
as you're
properly.
like stun locked, you can't do anything. It's just
Yeah.
bouncing around. You just fucking die.
And then again, as I said earlier, was if you counter more than the 3 times in a row to hit the attacks, you lose your opportunity to hit them back because
Yeah.
fucking fuck you, I guess.
Yeah.
Because the animation, you can't interrupt your own counter animation.
So speaking of countering, I don't know if this ever fucked you over, but it probably did because it did for me. I don't know whose decision it was to make the neutral like power attack. So like the I think it's like A is your basic attack, and then X on the Xbox controller is the like special ability attack.
No, it's A is jump and X is
Oh,
attack.
X is attack, but then B,
But
one of the other buttons is the special
B is
attack.
the special, like, or no, I think it's Y is special weapon, and then B is your whole screen attack.
Right. So anyway, the special weapon attack. Okay. The neutral special weapon attack is counter. So if you accidentally flick your little joystick to do a combo, because you have to like sometimes it's like a directional buttons and then the special ability button to do a special ability, especially the long range one that does like good damage. If you just like were a millisecond too late, you stand there doing counter. Like this ever happened to you, or is this just a me skill issue?
No, because what happened to me was it was like the alternate counter was if you press A and X together.
Oh, was
That's
that what it
was.
was? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I did that then.
And that fucked me over several times.
Yeah,
Because I'm
didn't
trying
like
to
it at
jump
all.
and then like attack, like because you do the like uppercut, you get that really early. And then like you want to be jumping and attacking and doing whatever because there's flying enemies, and then you just if you press them too close together, you just stand there and counter it.
Yeah,
And it's just like, what?
bro, I must be on some crazy pills because like I'm reading some of these reviews on Steam and like people are gushing over this. They're gushing over this game.
This is another
and there's so many reviews, you know, honestly, this might be a thing. There are a lot of reviews that are like 0.3 hours on record. 0.8 hours on record.
Huh. Oh, they haven't experienced the whole game then.
They didn't play this. They left it on. Like, what do you mean, dude? I mean, granted, this game took all of 2 hours to beat. So, like, the people who have 73 hours on record, I don't know how the fuck they did that.
I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Fuck. Like, good God, man. Oh, God.
I have 4 hours, but because I took breaks, like, I got some food and left the game on and watched like a video or something.
Yeah. Maybe. I bet you this game feels a lot better to play if you're playing it with like 2 to 3 to 4 characters.
People?
Like people.
Yeah.
Because then you can just like fuck around and it doesn't matter. Whereas like in a single player, and then they probably don't change the difficulty between having one person in and 4 people in.
Or however many.
Yeah, and so you probably like it's probably the cakest of cakewalks.
Yeah, you could probably like use a different player to like attack the boss while you're getting your fucking shit kicked in.
Yeah. Oh man, there's so many fucking good reviews of this game. It's
not even
so
onto
trash.
The story yet. Like there's not even much of it either. It's literally one of the most basic stories. Bad guy gets thing that gives them lots of power. Go beat bad guy.
Yeah, it's like okay, so the beginning opens and it's like, oh my god, they like killed everybody.
Relic that sealed this demon away, and whoever finds it it'll grant them godlike powers. And then it's like, oh, this big bad guy killed everyone
Except for 4 people.
Started raising them from the dead to do his bidding to find this ancient relic with the demon in it. And then it's like, oh, this master, his name is Ramen, he's an owl.
Yeah.
He wears a wok on his head. Um, which is kind of funny.
Surprise.
You don't make ramen in a wok.
No,
Uh,
you don't.
you really don't. Anyway, he's like, oh, but except these 4 souls that I saved, and they're gonna go fight the big bad, and that's pretty much it. You go and do this. There's not even any like very much backstory to the characters. There's for Hero, I guess. You fight one of the bosses where it's just like this random guy that he knew that killed his dad
Oh,
and the rest of his clan, and it's
yeah,
just
I
like, okay,
guess
okay,
one of
thanks.
the enemy you fight like right at the beginning, the like wolf
Yeah,
guy, and then at the very
be a
very
wolf,
fucking
be a
end.
fox. I don't know.
Yeah. Um,
Wolf, fox. I don't know.
I
He's an
don't know what
asshole.
he is. I don't know. I don't care, dude. Game sucks.
I don't
Um,
care either, but he's an asshole. That's all I know.
this is it really is giving me like Wonder Boy and the Dragon's Trap vibes in that like you look on Steam, this thing has 1,700 reviews and 86% of them are positive. Whereas like that's Wonder Boy and the Dragon's Trap. This game is like not that many reviews, but it's
But still,
191 and 85% of
85%.
them are positive. What?
I don't understand.
How, dude?
Oh, okay. All right. No, this
So like
game has a
okay,
lot of potential.
the other thing is I'm looking on the Steam, um,
Oh,
the
that's why
Steam.
this guy didn't like it. This game has a lot of potential, but there's a fundamental flaw in the basic design of the game that makes
Yeah,
it
you mean
impossible for me to
everything, bro? What do you mean? Like,
That is, this game only supports one save file.
yeah.
That's the problem you had with it? Oh.
So
Oh.
the other thing that I'm noticing is there are two. So there's a Fury mode, which like is supposed to be focused around your like invulnerability mode, right? But then there's also tag team mode, which if you recall,
Is locked
you unlock it by beating the game for the
by
first
beating the
time.
game. I didn't even try the tag team mode. I didn't
Yeah,
even
I
like,
didn't
oh, I
either.
beat the game, and I'm like, okay, what's this tag team mode? I just immediately shut the game off.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm like, get me the
um,
fuck out of here. I don't want to do this anymore.
but maybe it makes the gameplay like better by allowing you to use better and more interesting combos because you
I
have
mean, maybe
access to all
because
the
I would
characters.
assume what it sounds like is you can change characters, but
Yeah, but like okay. Anyway,
yes, but like, just don't play the game again.
so yeah, you know, you start off as the Jitsu Squad, you're fighting all these enemies, you beat them up and you get to like the end of the first level and after like all the tutorials and you fight the boss and it's like, "Oh, okay, so you beat the boss and it's like the ninja hideout and you got to fight through there and you get to the boss and it's just like a guy." You're like, "Oh, all right. Okay."
Yeah.
And then you get into a fucking spaceship?
Yeah,
Like
right?
a
That
spaceship, dude.
that confused the hell out of me too, and it's just like, "Oh, we're doing this now," and you, like, go to different planets, and it's like,
Yeah, like
I thought this was, like, ancient China,
yeah, can like
or,
y'all need to
ancient
explain yourself.
ancient back then Asia or something, I don't know, I'm probably being very racist, but
Dude,
this was the
this
game, I
game's a
guess.
little racist. I don't know I don't know how to tell you this,
And it's just like, yeah, you jump at a spaceship and you're going to different planets, it's like,
but not
what?
only different planets, like different planes of existence because they like portal in from the alternate universe and you're
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
you're
no,
right.
that's fine.
Like,
Oh,
one of them's like a snowy planet, one of them's like, dinosaurs level. Um, One of them's Yakuza level,
yeah,
uh,
I don't know. Um,
lava level.
I'm
They just
trying to
they're just
like
like they're just like, "Oh, what are the classic levels? Snow, lava, dinosaurs."
yeah, each level has its own like different like
Theme.
theme, but like themed enemies. Like obviously, like the Yakuza is like ancient Japan, and so they have like ancient Japan looking everything, and then these enemies that look like Yakuza. But then there's also in the same level there are these like flying enemies that have rocket launchers. It's like
Oh, yeah, yeah, and the
oh
Japanese guy,
okay.
that guy in, like, 2 hits.
um yeah, I'm trying to figure out like I don't think there's really too much story other than like you are fighting enemies. The like boss enemies going through time are the ones that have been raised by the big bad, and then you make it like to the end, and you know the big bad is like, it's too late, I am the all-powerful one, and then you kill him and it's
And you
like,
just kick his
oops.
ass, and you're
Yeah.
like, okay, well,
It's like, oh
time
man,
to
sorry
time to
about your
steal
luck,
this
bro.
time to steal this ancient relic that holds a demon
Yeah,
away, and they're just like, oh, I put it in a place and no one will ever find it.
it's like just under
And
a
keep in
lamp.
mind, this is like a glowing, like green, evil looking, like gargoyle looking thing. And he's just like, in a place I'll never find it, and it's just his lamp, and it's just like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What do you
Can
mean
I
nobody's gonna find that? It's
go?
literally just there, glowing green, evilly.
Yeah. So a gripe that I had um
One.
with these bosses, other than the fact that they were just like so shittily designed in terms of their like combos and whatnot, um, they always spawn ads, and like ads are no big deal,
Do
but the
they?
yeah, always. You don't remember this?
No. I was probably on easy.
Oh, dude, you didn't have ads on your bosses?
That
Holy
sounds
fuck, dude.
actually the
Ah!
worst thing in existence.
Yeah, so they spawned 4 ads on the difficulty that I was playing.
Okay, great,
Holy
fantastic.
shit. So imagine playing
Glad I
against
didn't play it
Shade.
on
No,
medium.
no, no, dude. Imagine playing against Shade and like you're waiting for her to run up to you and hit you so you can counter.
Yeah,
Except there's 4 dudes with bombs throwing fucking bombs at you the entire time.
I I hate
That's the
everything you're
Shade that
saying.
I had to fight. Oh my god. Oh,
I hate
ugh.
everything that you're saying.
Yeah, dude, me too. Um, yeah. End of the game, if I'm recalling correctly, makes very little sense. The story in this game, I don't even know what to do to improve it. It was nonsensical.
You
Um,
can't.
I
It was
will say
basic.
though that
Most basic.
the Viper boss, the snake girl, her little human snake form, pretty good.
Um, all you gotta say is wood
Wood. Yeah.
because agreed.
She was pretty cute as opposed to like every other existing character in this game. Not cute.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm done talking about this piece of shit.
yeah, me
Let's move
too.
on to the next game. After we give this game a score, I'm gonna give it a 1.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
I'm
I
gonna give it
gave.
also a 1.
I'm gonna give. I think we gave.
Actually, I'm gonna give it a 1.5 because of the music.
Sure, I'm still gonna give it a 1. um, so
Hence I didn't like give it a full second point.
in
The music was all right. The lava surfing made me giggle.
yeah, that's true. That is fair. Um, yeah, I think we gave Wonder Boy and the Dragon's Trap a 2.
I don't even remember. I hope we gave it a low score.
Yeah, I think we gave it a 2 because we were both like, I want to give it a 1, but the graphics are so fucking good that
Yeah,
it
right?
makes me
Okay,
not
I
able
think
to give
so.
it a 1. So, um,
Yeah.
that's a wrap. Let's talk about the next game,
Next game
which
is
is the Big
The Big
Con.
Con,
Yes. Um,
which
which I
I
don't
hope
even
is
know what it's
is
about
it a
because
stealth
I think
game maybe? I don't know.
it's like a just a
Oh,
like what?
adventure comedy. Um, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
That's
got like
the
a
only.
really interesting art style, which is why I picked it. Other than the fact that it like fits all our criteria as like an indie game that's short.
Yeah,
Um,
looks like a goofy game.
yeah, it looks like a goofy game, and I'm like, uh, I've had a pretty good track record with games that look like this. And so I think it's just like like you go through and you like solve puzzles and you resolve disputes and do quests, and it's like, yeah, I like games like this. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be the next game. Um, do you have anything else to say about this like garbage fire of a video game that we had to
I have
endure?
nothing else to say. I've said everything.
All right. Well, fuck this game. Don't spend your money on it. It's worthless.
Don't even get
Uh,
it for free.
go to a coffee shop and enjoy a latte for the
Yeah.
amount of money that you would spend on this.
It's like $9 or
Yeah, it's
something,
a
isn't it?
$10 game, but like
It's a $10 game. Yeah, go buy literally anything
go
else.
buy literally anything that isn't this game.
Actually, hold on. It says on here, it says similar to games you've played, Castle Crashers.
Yeah.
That's a $15 game. Go spend
Yeah,
$10 on that.
go buy Castle Crashers. You'll enjoy it.
That is a much better game. Much
Holy
better
shit,
side
dude.
scroller beat 'em up. And there's an update coming out.
And it's co-op too. Wow.
I
You can
mean,
play it
this
with your
game-
friends.
This game was co-op too.
Um,
But yeah, don't buy this. Don't get it.
All right. That's it.
That's all.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much for listening. Have a good one, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.